Hello and welcome to the creation of a Cost Accounting Setup Transaction, or CAS, in AZ360. This is the fourth of 9 videos demonstrating this process. In this video, we will cover the completion of the CAS Program Period tab. To get started, we will click the Program Period tab. In the tab level actions section of the screen, we will click the plus icon to add a new program period line. In the Program Period field, we will enter a code to identify the new program period being created by this CAS transaction. In this scenario, we will enter CDC22. Next, we will enter the program period inference dates. Keep in mind that the program period inference dates are dependent on departmental inference needs, but typically equal an award period or a fiscal year. For this scenario example, the budget period dates are taken from the example grant award agreement. In the Infer From Date field, we will enter May 1st, 2021. And in the Infer To Date field, we will enter April 30th, 2022. Next, click the expand caret on the blue line. In the General Information section, Program Period Name field, we will enter a short description for the program period. In this scenario, we will enter CDC Grant Budget Period April 22. And in the short name field, we will enter a descriptive name for the program period. In this scenario, we will enter CDC PPC APR 22. Okay. Next, we will navigate to the General Options section and verify that the reimbursement status has defaulted to allowed for reimbursement. Okay, go ahead and click the Funding Identification section next. Note that this section is important for year-end reporting, as this is where the assistance listing, or CFA ID, is entered in order to report on federal grants. Refer to the Program Period Funding Identification section of this course for more information on this topic. In the Federal Catalog Agency field, we will select the pick list. The assistance listing of the federal grant in this scenario is 93.270, so the corresponding federal catalog prefix is 93. In the Federal Catalog Prefix search window, we will type in 93 and then click Search. And from the results that generate in the grid at the bottom of the screen, we will select the DCAP result and then click OK. Okay, notice that once we've selected DCAP in the Federal Catalog Agency field, the Federal Catalog Prefix field is automatically populated with 93. Okay. In the Federal Catalog Suffix field, we will click the pick list. And in the Federal Catalog Suffix search window, we will enter 270 and click Search. And you will notice that 270 correlates to the Viral Hepatitis Prevention and Control name in the grid. Go ahead and click OK. Now at this point, we want to briefly refer to our example grant award agreement to show where these values are located. Okay, so this is the grant award agreement from the manual. And I just wanted to point out these two lines here, the assistance listing number of 93.270 and the assistance listing program title of Adult Viral Hepatitis Prevention and Control. Okay. Now we will transition back to AZ360 to complete the Program Period tab. Okay, now that we have entered the funding identification per the grant award agreement in AZ360, it is time to attach the supporting award documentation. This documentation needs to be attached to the Program Period tab per the State of Arizona Accounting Manual, or SAM, Policy Topic 70, Section 65, titled Cost Structures for Grants. To attach this documentation, we will scroll back up to the top of the screen. Under Attachments, we will click the paperclip icon. You have the option to either drag and drop your attachment into this field. In our case, we will click Browse, and we will select the CDC Grant Award Documentation Word document here. Click Open. Select the checkbox, click Upload, and then click Close, and you will know that your attachment has successfully attached because there will now be a number 1 next to the paperclip icon. Keep in mind that this will keep track of how many attachments are attached to the transaction as well. Lastly, if you look at the Smart menu here, this 9-dot menu, you can tell that there is an attachment on the transaction because there is now a red dot displayed above the icon. Okay. We will now validate to check for errors. Notice that the A4167 error still exists on the transaction. This will clear as soon as we complete the Funding Profile tab. Okay, we have completed the creation of the CAS Program Period tab. Close this window to return to the CBT.